All right, party people, welcome, welcome. I know I'm here late. I don't even know if anyone's going to show up to this party, but we're going to already have this ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure this live stream is working. If you are new here, hello, hello. My name is Welcome to China and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we do a lot of commentary, we do a lot of comedy, we do a lot of drama, we do a lot of important things, and we just have fun. So thank you for being here, and let's get into it. So today, y'all, I'm just trying to check my stream. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Alexis Skye and her baby Faja. They've been having some drama. She's been calling them out about her baby, who has special needs issues. She's trying to say that he don't give a darn tootin' about the kid. So we're gonna get into that as well. Also, we got Cardi B and Candace Owens. It's been a lot of drama going on with the Wobsters. It's been a lot of drama going on. So we're going to definitely talk about that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Miss Alexis Skye. So for those who do not know, Miss Alexis Skye was having issues with Brandon Melford, who is her baby father. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up her baby daddy, Brandon Medford, so y'all can see what this man looks like. So long story short, a lot of people knew that Alexis Skye's baby daddy, or thought that Alexis Skye's baby daddy is or was Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap with the one eye. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. So we come to find out that was not her baby daddy. It was actually this man by the name of Brandon Medford, who's from New York, and this is his IG right here. So let's go ahead and look at it. So what he does is he's in the luxury car business. He's the co-founder of the Pizza G365. So if you can think back to about December, I said Megan, Alexis Skye. I hope I wasn't saying Megan Thee Stallion this whole time. Ooh, that's a nice car. So this is his site or whatever. Alexis Skye got a car for like $90,000, and he's the one that gave it to her. But it started to come out that this was her baby father, this was her baby daddy, and it actually ended up being this gentleman, Brandon Melford. So let's go ahead. I don't really know if he got any pictures of himself. Yeah, okay. So this is him. This is him right here. So you see, he got the Bentleys, he got the cars. To me, he just really just strikes me as like a flexing. He just looks like he's flexing for the most part to me. But the big thing that happened with this is Miss Alexis Skye wanted to come out and say during his basically he's having a release for a like snap show that he's getting on Snapchat, and she came out and she wanted to put him on blast basically and say, hey, this man is saying one thing, but the license plate on my Bentley that I paid $90,000 for, my plates are bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up from on site on Instagram so we can go ahead and look at this post because they definitely broke it down. Because Alexis Skye, I was under the impression that we already knew that Brandon Melford was the daddy. So are you gonna accept him as the daddy or not? But now, look, I'm about to pull this up for y'all. She now wants to come out and say that he was ashamed of Alexis, and that is so crazy. I cannot believe that. Like that he's ashamed of the baby, that he's ashamed of all of this, and I literally can't believe it. I can't believe it. So let's go ahead and look at this article. Hello, greetings, greetings, my friends. I'm on live today, but this is nice because I'm going to be able to talk about this and repost it. So let's go ahead and pull up this article right here. I appreciate y'all bearing with me. I'm still trying to learn StreamYard. Alrighty. Is it a buzzing noise? Let me know if it's an issue. Okay, while I go ahead and pull this up. Share my screen. Okay. Alexis Skye and Brandon Melford. There we go. So this basically on black.com, black online, they kind of give us the breakdown and it lets us know pretty much from start to finish what happened. So Alexis Skye says Brandon Melford was ashamed of their special needs daughter, Anaya Grace from Love and Hip Hop. She recently shared her grievances on the comment section of Melford's Instagram picture. In the Instagram post, Melford said, could be seen celebrating the premiere of his Snap original show. As I said, driven, Alexis took the opportunity to tell the daughter's father that he should tell the world how he is embarrassed that his daughter has special needs. So for those who do not know, allegedly, people were trying to say that it has something to do with Alexis Sky's lifestyle, that her daughter has special needs. I think that that was very a rude assumption. I know that she was out here doing what she was doing, but she's a good mom. But people say that she don't take care of the baby, so I have no idea. I'm not a parent, so I don't like to talk about parent things. But this is what she said. Let them know how embarrassed you are with your child because she has special needs. She wrote that in the post. This is Alexis's daughter. She's very cute. So has the baby looking good. So, I feel bad. It said Brandon Medford revealed himself as the father of Alexis Sky baby last December. Medford come beneath under Alexis' daughter, spending time with her mom. That moment when you was outside, Alexis said in response to Anaya's face on the Instagram post, da-da-da-da-D. So, she was saying, that's her daddy's girl. This is the baby right there. But now they're trying to say that he's not feeling Layla, that, he has an issue with the baby. So I really hope that that's not the case. But Alexis Sky also goes on to say on site, they put up the post here. Let me go ahead and pull this. There was a lot of stuff going on today. We had a lot of to dive into. So basically, Alexis Sky came out saying that, here we go. So Alexis Sky said this. Let them know you're embarrassed for your child because she has special needs. That's what she put underneath. And then everyone's basically, in the comment section, like saying that we said that was the baby. Oh, I'm having an issue with my sound. Oh, shoot, my sound.
I'm sorry, y'all. Is my sound? I guess my sound is like tripping out. Let me know if you can hear me now. Thank you, Sanj. Okay, so I'm not gonna use my mic. I don't know what's going on with my sound, and I'm so sorry. And I feel like I literally have to start over from what I was saying. But just let me know if you can hear my sound. Let me know. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, and then I will continue to get started. Okay, we can see much better. I cannot believe that my sound was screwed for that long, and I am so sorry. I'm just starting to learn StreamYard, so that was definitely a mess. Sanjane texted me and was like, your sound was off. All right, I was talking about Alexis Sky and her baby daddy. I'm not going to keep talking about it because this was not even that big of a deal, but Alexis Sky got into it with her baby daddy. And I'm going to pull up the article one more time so I can read it to y'all because Alexis Sky, baby daddy, as we know, is not Fetty Wap. We know it's this guy by the name of Brandon Melford. And Brandon Melford owns a car dealership, a luxury car business in New York. Alexis Sky is from New York. That's how they mixed up and got together. Last December, he came out and took custody and said that this was the baby. Now, today, Alexis Sky is saying that he was ashamed of the baby because her baby has special needs. So I think everybody is under the impression and knows that Alexis Sky, she don't really take no flack. She don't like when people talk about the baby having special needs. That's already screwed up, but I'm going to go ahead and break it down from this article from y'all one more time so we can read this together. So I'm going to go back up. This is on Black Online, just another site. It says right here in Instagram post, Medford, you could see him celebrating the premiere of his Snap original show, Driven. Again, Alexis Sky commented right under his post and saying this. Let them know how embarrassed you are of your child because she has special needs, Alexis wrote in the comments section of Mel Ford's post. And how you only know your other daughter, the celebrity mom added. Now, for those who do not know, this is Alexis Sky's baby. She has like a host of different issues. God bless her soul. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Brandon Melford revealed, as I said, that he was the father last December. He said that that's his daddy's girl, all of that. But now Alexis came out and said, yo, as you can see her on site, let them know how embarrassed you are of your child who has special needs. Then he goes on to another show with Mano, which is a rapper, and he goes on and says that it was never Fetty Wap's baby. He basically knew it was his baby the whole time, and it was just kind of messy. So I don't know if Alexis Skye truly does have an issue with him, and they're just on the outs, because I remember they were back together at one point, but then after that, I don't know. Or does she just feel some type of way that he, does he feel some type of way that he's doing well? I don't know. But then on top of that, it come out and say that Alexa says that she got a Bentley from him that was worth $90K, $90,000, and the plates were bad. So the plates were bad. So it was just a mess, a cluster from the beginning. So that was all the drama with them. So let's go ahead and get into this drama with Miss Sharon Osbourne. So for y'all, if you don't know, you better get hip to it. It came out that Sharon Osbourne was, talking all this crazy mess about Holly Robinson Pete when she was still on the talk, because they had the Cheryl Underwood conversation when she was defending Piers Morgan to her, and they had all this drama. Now the talk, not that anybody watches the talk, is on a hiatus, which is, I'm like, who really cares about the talk? Not a big deal to me, but the talk is off of TV for right now. But it's COVID, so who cares? So they go ahead and do an investigation of the show, as they call it. And let's go ahead and get into this, because Sharon Osbourne has been messy from the beginning, and I'm so disappointed. All right, so this is coming straight from the Daily Mail, and it's entitled, "The Talk Cancels the Defense." Now, shout out to Parade. All of these damn articles are coming up. Oh my goodness. So Osbourne revealed in an email from Robinson Pete over the weekend. Basically, this reporter by the name of Ali, y'all, came out and was giving out snippets and talking to different people from the cast as they were opening this investigation on Sharon Osbourne, and whether she was being racial or not. Osbourne shared an email sent from Robinson Pete over the weekend. An Instagram post, Osbourne argues the notes and asks for itself on the issue. In the email, Robinson Pete 56 appears to suggest the reason she was removed from the talk was, oh my God, with Julie Chen. So it's a lot of drama going on here. Her burst up co-host Underwood is now being investigated. It was revealed Sunday the show will not air Monday or Tuesday. The talk has canceled the two upcoming shows after CBS launched the probe into Sharon Osbourne's investigation. It was revealed Sunday that they will not air Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday set to go ahead. So now, let's talk about Holly Robinson Pete. For those who do not know, Holly Robinson Pete was also on the show for a couple seasons, and then it comes out to say that Sharon Osbourne herself was giving her giving her flack, and she was the reason that she got off of the show. So now Holly Robinson Pete came out like, yo, like this is not right. And then the reporter, the Ali man, comes out and is like, listen, all these women are going back and forth. And it says she posted a screenshot from an email sent by Robinson Pete in 2011 arguing the note for itself on the issue. In it, Robinson Pete seems to suggest the reason she was removed from the show was down to Julie Chen, the wife of former CBS chairman Les Moonves, however you say his name. As y'all know, he got caught up years ago, back from the 80s until present, the A word, hurting women, and bad things of that nature. Email note, CBS is doing a behind the scenes damage investigation to see what's going on. So it's just very, very messy. It's very, very messy. And I am disappointed that Sharon Osbourne, really came out to be this messy of a person. But I'm going to pull up this email that they was talking about with Holly Robinson Pete that came out that was sent back in 2011. Now let's look at this from Holly Robinson Pete. Now, Sharon posted this in response to Holly Robinson Pete. Holly Robinson Pete's accusation of me getting her fired from the talk CBS and saying she was too ghetto to be on the talk. I never once uttered those words, and I am sharing it in email sent to me from Holly 1 month after she was let go from CBS. So basically, long story short, the email is saying, listen, I want to see if you could say something about the accusations and the things that were going on. Look, I know you've been in a tough spot, and I'd be lying if it didn't sting that you haven't returned any of my calls. Naturally, Leah is angry and believes you turned and are not true to your word about your feelings towards Julie. And she feels you are as weak as Sarah and you have been sipping. Okay, so just a lot of drama. So Holly Robinson Pete came out and she wanted to talk to Sharon Osbourne. We see that. She wanted to see what was up. She wanted to confront her. Sharon now comes here to try and cover her booty cheeks because now everybody is on her ass. So, my feelings on this is this. What are we supposed to do with this information, Holly Robinson Pete? Is this going to add to the investigation? Yes. Is it going to be helpful? Yes. Do I think the talk is going to continue on and who is really watching this? I don't think anybody is really watching this show, to be honest. But on top of that, it's very unfortunate that now the show is crumbling. And I just thought that Cheryl Underwood handled the conversation so eloquently and so beautifully. And it's just disappointing that Sharon still could not get with the program. But something else I wanted to go ahead and talk about as well was the issue with what was going on with Julie Chen. So this is again from the Daily Mail, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all so I can read this with you because we're going to get into this too. It's so messy. Ain't these girls so messy? I feel like everybody is so grown and they just doing some childish shit. Crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and share my screen. The Daily Mail. Sharon Osbourne is accused of calling Holly Robinson. Oh my God. I said Holly Robinson. Sharon is accused of calling U.S. TV host Slanty Eyes Ghetto fish eater, but her publicist says it is a lie. That is so funny. The CBS has extended the talks hiatus for yet another week after Sharon Osbourne, 68, was hit with allegation of the history of bullying in our language. Sources have claimed that Osbourne repeatedly referred to the co-host Julie Chen as wonton and slanty eyes. Let's stop there. You are calling Julie Chen wonton and she's like wonton and slanty eyes. What is wrong with this lady? Sharon Osbourne, what is wrong with you? You messy boot? She's a messy boot. She is the messiest boot I've seen in a long time. If y'all are not hip to Julie Chen, I'm going to get to that in a second. Her husband had to step down as the CEO of CBS. Julie Chen, if you don't know who she is, she was on the talk. She's also the host of Big Brother. Morgan, I know you watched Big Brother. On top of that, let's go ahead and get back into this article because it gets even more messy. Sharon's career is over. She's definitely about to get canceled, right with her and Piers Morgan, whether you like it or not. All right. They also claim Osbourne referred to the co-host Sarah Gilbert, who is a lesbian, as a pussy licker and a fish eater. Osbourne has faced criticism since her on-air feud with co-host Cheryl has made headlines. CBS has extended the talks hiatus for another week, as I said. The recent claims against the 68-year-old from sources who spoke to the journalist, as I said, Yashir Ali, in a week where the network announced it launched a probe into her on-air bust-up with co-host Cheryl Underwood. She has faced criticism since her televised row with Underwood last Wednesday. So this has been going on for a week. Again, this is Julie Chen. Let's get into Julie Chen. Now, for those who do not know Julie Chen is not all innocent by any means. And we're going to get into her. I'm so mad when Cheryl said to Sharon, "Don't cry. I should be the one crying." The fact that Piers Morgan said that to the ladies on the talk bullied her to apologize. It's so funny. They just keep lighting fires under each other's butts. Like, that's when she lost me completely, Sharon, when she said that. Don't you dare cry. I should be crying. Why should you be crying? Why should Cheryl be crying? Why should it be an issue having a conversation with each other? Also, on top of that, Cheryl handled herself so eloquently and she kept referring to her as a friend. You're my friend. You're my friend. I don't think Sharon considered Cheryl to be a friend truly. Because I know my friends don't talk to me like that. I know that even when we are having indifferences, we may get a little heated, but we got to come back. But if we're on TV, then this is not it's a no-go for me because we are on TV. What is wrong with y'all? I just can't believe it. So let's go ahead and get into Miss Julie Chen. So Julie Chen is not innocent. I'm just giving this to y'all for extra tea. Carolyn and I talked about it, so I said I will bring it up. So shout out to Carolyn, absolutely my girl. We talked about this a little bit. So let's go ahead and pull up. Is Julie Chen still married to Les Novovnes? I cannot say his name. So again, Julie Chen, Big Brother, CEO of CBS. In 2018, the CEO of CBS Corporation, Leslie, stepped down from his position and did not receive any exit compensation. For you guys do not know, he had another Harvey Weinstein instance. Y'all can deep dive and look at it. He has been accused of SA and misconduct by dozens of women going back to the 80s. But it's his wife. But was it his wife? In 2004, the CBS producer became the host of Big Brother. This is their son, Charlie, cute son. Is Julie Chen still married to him? Chen now is not only still married to him, but she famously stood by his side and supported him. Chen signed off the episode of Big Brother saying, "I am Julie Chen, Manus, good night," as to show solidarity with her husband. Back in 2018, sources told CNN Chen has decided to make her main focus clearing her husband's name. Indeed, made a statement in saying, "I have known my husband since the late 90s and I've been married to him for almost 14 years. He's a good, loving man, this, that, and the third." The statement she was referring to, "I recognize that there were times decades ago when I have made some women uncomfortable and made advances," he says. "There were mistakes and I regret them immensely. But I have always understood and respected and abided by the principle that no means no." No means no, right? Right. You know, their older daughter, Amy Osbourne, refused to be on their TV. She wanted to get emancipated from them. In the article is very interesting. Yes, I remember. I used to watch the Osbourne show, and that's very, very true because she was very liberal. So I know that Ozzy was over there acting a fool, and I know Ozzy was over there being a bigot and being racist. I can just feel it. And now that Sharon's coming out with all this BS, this was absolutely a mess. So that is definitely the tea with Miss Julie Chen as well. It's just messy. It's messy. It's messy. So that's that. Now, last but not least, let's go ahead and get into this drama with WAP, the wet poo-poon. Okay. I am dying to know how everyone feels about WAP and what is going on with this whole issue with the Grammys. I'm going to tell y'all what I see. So, I was on Facebook and I went to a suburban school. I have a lot of white folks that go to school with me. That's fine. Be you, do you, baby boo. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. I know I was a little rusty today, but thank you for bearing with me. Everyone was saying that WAP, the performance between Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, was super offensive. All the Fox News people, everybody. And it comes to find out that as I was reading, that people wanted to compare this to Pepe Le Pew and Mr. Potato Head not having a gender anymore, and people changing what Lola Bunny looks like and saying that we can't have anything anymore. I don't see the correlation between the two. Do y'all see? Do you guys see the correlation between these two? I see no correlation. What's going on, Morgan, is that people are having an issue with WAP. People think the performance between Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, it was just inappropriate. They didn't like it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this article and read this to y'all because Candace Owens, the one and only Candace Owens, for those who do not know, Candace Owens is an anchor. She's a book writer. She's a super Republican. She is definitely messy. And she kind of came for Cardi B and she got her a little bit good today. So I want to go over this with y'all. So y'all already know Fox News is Republican news. Be whatever side you're on. Take it for what you are. Whatever. But they was really trying to cut up on Miss Cardi B. So Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens. Exactly. She wasn't even crying. Y'all are right. That is so funny. Exactly. So we're over here. And where is my screen? So this is this man over here. Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson spent nearly 5 minutes slamming Cardi B's performance of WAP at the Grammys, saying it's destroying America. For those who do not know, Candace Owens, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson discussed Cardi B's Grammy performance on Monday Fox News show. Owens said Cardi B's performance song WAP is an attack on American values. Cardi responded saying, "Yay, we made it on Fox News." After the song, which features Megan Thee Stallion, was released in August, the conservative pundit Ben Shapiro read out the song's explicit lyrics on the Daily Wire and said it was harmful to the feminist movement. So I'm not going to continue to go on about this, but they continue to go on about Miss Cardi B. And really, what the tea is that Cardi B decided to go ahead and try to clap back. I'm gonna say try. I'm a Cardi B fan. I like Cardi B for the most part, but Candace Owens really did come for her. It says, while appearing on Fox News, she criticized her racy Grammy performance. You have kids learning about critical race theory. They're learning that you should aspire to be people like Cardi B, and you see fundamentally we are seeing the destruction of American values and of American principles. Now I am curious to see if you find this to be offensive or not. But I just thought it was just another another Grammys performance, VMA performance. We know how all these performers get down. Why are they mad when Madonna, Britney, all of them, they were literally kissing each other? People were up. I remember when Britney and Madonna kissed. That was a big deal. Yeah, in 2003, because they did one move that made looked a little risque or a little sexual. That's what they wanted to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into what Cardi had to say back to Miss Mammers about this. So the girls go ahead and get into a tweet war. You can see, let's get ready to rumble. Cardi B versus Candace Owens. Now, before I get into this, I'm gonna already tell y'all this now. I think that Candace Owens is very eloquent. I think that she's a good speaker. I think that, oh, okay. Candace Owens is pretty. I don't agree with her politics. She's still pretty and intelligent. I don't care about Cardi B because she called black women roaches, so Candace can go in. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So, the issue that I have with Cardi B is that I feel like Cardi B takes on black culture and she's Afro Latina or whatever she is, Hispanic, and I don't believe that she is a true depiction of black people. She makes urban music. I just feel like this all just gets a bad rep, and it's just annoying. I feel like Cardi B cannot speak well. I feel like she's not very eloquent the way she speaks. Her grammar is off. I mean, Cardi is Cardi. I like Cardi. I like the music. But if you're going to go against a heavy hitter like Candace Owens, again, I'm not going to hate on Candace Owens' hustle at all. Like, Candace Owens she definitely knows how to get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with y'all so we can talk about what Candace had to say to Miss Cardi B, because they got into a little tweet war after Cardi again seeing what she had to say about her. So this is from On Site. Let's read this first tweet. Oh my goodness, I can't find them. Where did it go? Oh, it's not gonna have me. It's not gonna let me pull it up. It's not gonna let me pull it up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I was about to say no. I'm literally laughing right now, Cardi, my dear. That's clearly a Photoshop tweet. Now let's see. Yes, my husband did cheat on my brother, and yes, he said no when he asked to join them. Candace admitted that her brother cheated. It was a lot of drama really coming from this because Cardi wanted to go ahead and tell Candace that Candace Owens is married to a white man, for those who do not know. And she really wanted to come for her and, kind of get into her about this. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull up these Cardi B, Candace Owens tweets because I really would like to read them. Cardi B fires back. Okay, this is on Rolling Stone. So let's see if Rolling Stone can get to us. The same Fox News that believes they say it was a BLM store in the cap. I don't watch Fox News. Now, one thing I don't watch, girl, is Fox News. Fox News is messy. They're ratchet too. They're ghetto. If you want to talk about ghetto and who's being shady, it's Fox News. But of course, I'm going to be biased. I worked for Joe Biden and I worked for Bernie Sanders, if you didn't know. I worked for two Democrats. And yeah, that was my job before YouTubing. I worked politics. So I can talk about politics forever, y'all. Yeah. So let's go ahead and look at this. Cardi B fires back. I'm trying to find these for y'all. Again, this was developing. All right, here we go. This is where she said she called her Candy. I don't know why Candy is so bothered by WAP. I was just inspired by our former First Lady. Anyways, congrats on your new show. I hope you can speak more about WAP. I needed to reach a new audience and go 6-time platinum. Any exposure will count. So Miss Cardi B, she comes in being a little bit shady. We already know how Cardi B gets down. I get it. I feel you, Cardi. But I see her argument. I get what argument she's trying to make, that, you know, if Melania Trump can do this, then anybody can. But let's just keep going. Will you load for me? This is the next tweet. Candace, what is your obsession with the Trump family? You are digging up modeling shots from our former First Lady from 3 decades ago. She has evolved and you have not. What you did at the Grammys was disgusting. Own it. Twitter at I am Cardi B. Cardi B goes and said, I'm obsessed. She's my idol. She showed me I can be naked and perform WAP, and I can still be a first lady one day. Wait, so only white women can be naked to show their sexuality and evolve in their 30s, but I can't? Wow, America is so unfair. To think the land of the free. So then Cardi B goes ahead and she pulls up this clip. Y'all aren't going to be able to hear it, but I will tell y'all what Candace says. What Candace says right here is this a video of her saying that she's cutting up ham for her husband. And in the background, she's saying, because that's what a woman does. She feeds her man. And then this was Cardi B's response. And a black woman should be more like you. After fighting for equal rights and freedom, they should be submissive to a white man after years of abuse and R word, making them a sandwich while pregnant. In your words, that's what a woman should do. That's interesting. Candace goes on to say, you are insecure and I irk you, and I see right through the facade. You're a part of a larger cancer that is manifesting in Black culture. And no person in America can look you in the face and honestly say that they wish their daughter was like you. A couple things that Cardi B said to her was fairly loaded. I think that Cardi B, again, as I said, is not a depiction of us as Black women. I'm thinking Cardi feels comfortable going up against Candace because she's a dark-skinned woman and she feels no Black person would back Candace. I I hate to say it, cheek kisses, but I'm definitely feeling Candace on this as well. And my reasoning is because I feel like Cardi didn't really have any ammunition to back this up. Excuse me, to back this up. I think that it is kind of damaging. It isn't. Are we still going to listen to it? Yes. Are people making WAP a bigger deal than I think? Yes. But also on top of that, I just feel like when people want to go and say, and I've said this openly, I'm in an interracial relationship. I think it's offensive and I think it's rude when you want to say that she's just doing that and bowing down to the white man and all this. Candace Owens can pick to be whatever party she wants to be. It's a lot of Black men who are a part of, you know, the Republican Party. A lot of people are Republicans. A lot of people who are wealthy are Republicans, just to be honest. So if they're going to take that from her, okay. But Cardi B just blaming and saying you're making a white man a sandwich when Cardi B saying I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring. And then she's degrading herself online. Anybody with their right mind is going to come and say, hey, I don't think Candace Owens is doing that too shabby of a job of what she's saying. And I agree. Candace still continued to come for her. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up with y'all so we can continue to read this. If you think making your husband a sandwich is a sin, but popping your V into another woman's V in front of the world is power, you are a lost soul. Cardi B. It's not a sin, but claiming that a woman is supposed to set us black or white to 100 years back. You have your own show and voice because women fought for years for us to be free to do what we please, not to be in a kitchen being submissive to a man. Again, now this is when it comes out that Cardi B is kind of showing that she's kind of uneducated. And to me, I don't believe that making your man a sandwich is being submissive. Single people can disagree, married people can disagree. I just think that that's a nice thing to do. She was pregnant, making him a sandwich. It probably took nothing out of her. That's her husband. It's her husband. And I think Cardi B really shouldn't talk with all those things that came out about Offset and, people being in different positions and, you know, elevating. I think that Candace is very much so elevating her career in ways that Cardi B is not. So it's just very unfortunate that things still had to come out like this because I hate to see it. You hate to see it, but is Cardi B really a black woman? I don't know, but she's definitely doing a lot to the community, you say, right? Let's keep going. If you think, she said, and as a black woman, you should know better than that. You know damn well America made the caricature of the black woman only being good in the kitchen and taking care of children, known as the mammy. So when Cardi B goes ahead and breaks this down, to me, I think this is just something Cardi B read out of the book. We all know that when you date a white man, you're called it a mammy, you're called it a bed wench. Let me tell you, you get all the names in the book. Do YouTube long enough. I've heard them. But with that being said, if that's your only argument, when Cardi B saying she not cooking, she not cleaning, then it's kind of like, okay, what is there really? What do we do with this? The argument is there, but it's not really holding any weight to me. Cardi B has no right to say Candace can't make her white husband a sandwich, Offset is colorist, and hates black women. Ah. Again, as I said, Cardi B is not to me black. I consider her to be the most Afro Latina. I'm not really sure what Cardi B's full race and ethnicity is. I guess I will look it up. What is Cardi B's ethnicity? I was talking to my friend Morgan about this. Her mom is from Trinidad and her dad is from the DR. Okay, so people consider Dominican Republic to be black people who speak Spanish. So it's so funny that people are saying this and they're like, yo, I'm not really understanding why Cardi B called herself black. People kind of consider Dominicans. I had a Dominican, half Dominican boyfriend, and he considered himself to be black, and he was black and Dominican. And Cardi is black and she's Trinidadian and Dominican, but Nicki Minaj is also Trinidadian and Nicki Minaj is black. So I think it's just where what our blacks are coming from. Cheese kisses, thank you so much for coming through. I hope you're already one of my subscribers. We get into it. I couldn't believe it. Cardi B was definitely a mess with this, but it's offensive. I feel like she's just commenting on something that she doesn't really have anything to say. When it's not really a fight in the game, and this ain't really nothing for you to say, Miss Cardi B. What do we do with that, Miss Cardi B? I don't know. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Also, something that I found that was really interesting is Tina Turner announces her retirement. She talks about abuse and I can't speak. I have dyslexia clearly. PTSD and health issues in her Fail Road documentary. So I thought this was kind of cool. Tina Turner has been shaking her tail feathers for a long time. So I just want to talk about this before we get off of here. I know I've been on here for a hot minute, but On Site posted this, and I thought this was really cool. That Tina Turner is officially, she's been on tour for a long time, baby. Tina Turner is saying farewell to her fans in an intimate, self-titled documentary that gives a rare on-screen look into her trials and tribulations. The 81-year-old, who has been dealing with a numerous amount of health issues, wanted to make the film Tina to live and the rest her life out of the spotlight. In the documentary, which features both Turner and her husband, Erwin Botch, she details her childhood, her career, relationships, health problems, and her life now. Let's go ahead and see. They put some snippets here. That's so funny. They talking about they thought she already retired. So it didn't say when this is coming out, but I'm really excited about this, and I think this is going to be really cool. I absolutely love Tina Turner, and I think it's really nice. She's like a Diana Ross. Like we really don't get to like hear a lot from the girls, but when we do get to hear from them, then we want to hear it. You know, we got a lot to say. So I'm with it. I'm here for it. I love it. I'm with it. I like it. Last but not least, the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about was Miss Viola Davis was the fourth Oscar nod to make the most nominated African American actress in history. Again, Viola Davis, fourth Oscar nod, makes her the most nominated African American actress in history. I absolutely love Viola Davis. All of my How to Catch. Yes, I would love to hear that too. I love Viola Davis, and I think that Viola Davis is definitely doing something, honey. You know, she's been a meme for a long time with all that crying, but it is so funny to me that now she's like, "Listen, baby, I'm about to get my fourth. I'm about to get my last. Hopefully, I think it's going to be more for Miss Viola, but I think that's very cool." Also, yes, I definitely her relationship. I think she's gonna get into it. They said that she was definitely talking about what was going on with her mama's relationship, Ike's relationship. Let's see when this Turner documentary release date. Oh, Tina. Okay, so it's coming out in 2021. Initial release date was March 2nd, 2021. Okay, and it's gonna begin airing. Oh, March 27th. Okay, so that's when the Tina Turner documentary is coming out, March 27th. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Oh, I found it, you guys. Okay, this is so dope. Viola is definitely underrated. She's to me, she's the best black actress there is. I absolutely love her. I absolutely love her. I think her range is crazy, and I think that still white Hollywood does not give Viola enough roles to show her range with her being a black woman as they never do. But let's look at this Tina. All right, so this is the rundown I got for Tina Turner. Okay, so Tina. Oh, this is going to be good, y'all. With a wealth of never before seen footage, audio tapes, personal videos, audios, interviews. Everything changed when Tina began telling her story of trauma and survival. They gave a way to rebirth the second breaking queen of rock. Okay. Angela Bassett, Oprah Winfrey, Kurt Lodger, Katori Hall, Tina's husband. Okay. March 27th. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a review and recap of this, baby. This is going to be good. Now, I'm telling y'all now, I promise I have absolutely no idea how to like share my screen, but I don't know how to do like the little like music and like make it work, but that's what they got. That's what they're serving us. What's love got to do? Got to do it. What's love but a second-hand emotion? Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be definitely good. I'm with that. I'm with that, y'all. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good one. Okay. I'm keeping it short and sweet. I know I've been on here for a hot minute. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Give your girl a thumbs up. I know my live, y'all couldn't hear me and I was shaky AF. I'm so sorry about that. That was such a mess. I'm going to make sure that there's nothing else that I want to talk about on here tonight. But I'm pretty sure that that was all of the drama. I talked about Matt James yesterday, The Bachelor, but I guess I will touch on that a little bit more. As y'all already know, Matt James picked Rachel Kirkconnell. We found out that she was a racist. We found out a lot of things yesterday. A lot of people are not buying Matt James' sadness. Rachel reflected on it. You know, The Bachelor Matt James. Oh, Matt. I don't know how I feel about Matt. I think Matt just bit off a little bit more than he can chew, and it's just funny to me that he was going to be on Claire Crawley's season originally, and then he gave us all this BS after, and I was just not here for it. But I felt for him at the final rose, as I was saying yesterday on my live stream, for those who was here, those who were not. But I wanted to kind of pull up this deadline article. The Bachelor Matt James tells GMA why Final Brooks hit him like a ton of bricks. I like him with his freedom fighter beard too. I'm feeling it, Matt James, Black Power. Matt James, the first black leading man of America's Bachelor, said on Good Morning America, it hit him like a ton of bricks. In his first interview since GMA post, I felt like the weight of everything I was carrying throughout the season with what I was dealing with in the country. James told Strahan and having to deal with a problematic relationship, it was extremely difficult. I already know this, Matt James. I am definitely not surprised. It's like Matt James, the whole theme of his season was race. And on top of that, he picked a racist. Do I think Matt is attractive? I think that Matt James is very fine. I think Matt James is fine. I think Matt James is fine. Would I date a Matt James? Not knowing his personality, I think that Matt James comes out as being like a real fine, like like a sex symbol kind of. But like he definitely serves me like no experience, a little lame. It's just not. He's just a cute face to me. Um, he's handsome though. He's definitely handsome. Matt's fine for sure, but fine ain't always enough. And I feel like Rachel Kirkconnell. I'm curious to see what happens to her, but it was messy. It was completely messy, super messy, double messy, triple messy, triple messy. Y'all, please let me know. Good times that you would like me to come on again. I'm still getting the vibe. I'm so stuffy. I gotta go use my neti pot. I literally cannot breathe out of my nose. With that being said, give me a follow on IG if you have not already. Some people are saying that Acho was harder on Matt than Rachel. It was interesting that I think it was interesting Acho's opinions because when he was talking to Matt and when he was talking to Rachel, he gave Rachel a lot of leeway to like explain herself and she just wasn't. And I feel like he was being a lot more sensitive on her than I expected. And I think with Matt, he was really just trying to pull out what everybody wanted to pull out from him was like how you feel, you're going to stay with her, this, that, and the third. But I can see how they make that point that he was a little bit harder on Matt. But I think it was just a confusion with what Matt was doing. And just like how everything panned out was just confusing to everybody. So I think that he was just trying to pick it apart. But I do think that Rachel was saying that she didn't know anything and she didn't really give us any type of answers. Okay. I have not seen the Sharon Osbourne interview. Okay, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that and probably do like a regular video as I can watch and see some more. She's a mess. She's a mess, completely a mess. They're promoting some narrative that two black men gamed up on a crying white girl. That's lame. I don't believe that at all. I don't. She didn't get ganged up on at all. If anything, she didn't do the "you're crying, I'm crying, you should be crying." I feel like Rachel Kirkconnell. Ugh, I hate talking about her. I just think that she. How do I say this nicely? I think she played the game right. Do I buy everything she's saying? No, but what else can we really do with that? What else can we really do with that? We gotta let it go. We gotta let it go. We gotta leave Matt's dumbass in the season. I wanted Acho to ask Rachel why the antebellum when it was wrong instead of telling her why it was wrong. That's a point as well. And then when Matt talked about it, he asked Rachel, and wanted her to like say and have remorse. And she didn't understand. She didn't know. She knew. She didn't know. She knew nothing. She knew nothing. So maybe Acho came out with like a preconceived notion, but I just feel like no, no, babe, we didn't. We knew absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing on that. It was a mess. Okay, y'all. It's 12 o'clock. I bid y'all a good night. Make sure you give me a follow on Instagram. I will be back again tomorrow night. I will promise I will come on earlier. I will come on with some more drama and some more tea. I appreciate everybody being here. Hope y'all hit that subscribe button and continue to support my channel. And I will see you guys later. Bye bye.